You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Oh, you're getting stronger. 2 more. Come on. Come on. Congratulations. You achieved failure. Failure has been achieved, thank God. Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been. Nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing. Except people train not as hard.
Should you push yourself to failure or not in the gym? If you are serious about getting a strong aesthetic physique, then it's very important to push yourself until failure and force muscle growth. Think about it this way. Our biology, our bodies are designed to respond to extreme efforts and then trigger adaptation growth, right? In ancient times, whenever we would push ourselves until failure, it would mean one of 2 things. Either we were working really, really hard that day, exerting a ton of effort to gather a bunch of resources because we were trying to survive. Maybe we were struggling or something like that. Or 2, we were in a really intense fight that took most of our energy. And because the brain doesn't want to die, in either of those cases, it's going to try and trigger muscle growth to make you stronger in order so that it can face the challenges of the future better. Just recently, after watching some fitness influencers, I realized that every single time, these are like the guys that I want to be like, right? Like with monster physiques, Greek god physiques, right? This is who I want to be like. This is what I assume you want to achieve as well. I was watching some of them and then I realized as they were performing their lifts, and you can go and look at this for yourself, they would always push themselves until failure. Every single time. The last few reps were always, you could tell they were exerting extreme effort. They didn't just do 10 reps of something, unless it was certain specific isolation exercises or stuff like that, right? Most of the time, they would be exerting themselves until failure. Their face would be all red and kind of like scrunched up, right? Their brow would be like furrowed. And they would be just pushing really, really hard. And then they would always have that last rep where they kind of like almost get it up, and then their muscles give out and they drop the weight. After seeing that, I rewrote my entire routine so that I was doing failure almost every single exercise. The only exceptions are like certain exercises where I don't feel comfortable going until failure, or I have these like pre-exhaustion exercises where it's kind of a simple isolation exercise just to activate the muscle, like chest, for example. I'll do some chest flies and stuff like that. I'll do 3 sets of 15 for that, just to activate the chest, and I won't go until failure on that. Otherwise, I'm almost always pushing myself until failure, okay? And here's how I do it. I have a target number of reps, which is always going to be 10, and I pick whatever weight I know I can hit that for. I know I can hit 10 reps for at least, but not a weight I can probably hit 14 for, right? During my set, I push the 10 reps, and then after my 10 reps, instead of putting it down, I just continue until failure, and I see how many more I can do. If I pick the weight right, I can't do 14 reps. If I picked the weight wrong, either I got under 10 reps, which means the weight was too heavy, or I did over 14 reps, which means that the weight was too light, right? And then I can adjust the weight based on that. I've seen a lot of results from this, not only in the feeling after the workout, which feels amazing. The muscles feel like they really, really got worked and like, oh fuck, I'm getting stronger. But also like, I've been able to progressively overload way faster. It's really incredible. And it just reminded me about what this whole physical growth, physical fitness thing is all about, which is we are breaking down the body so we can build it back up. We are exerting the body as far as we can, past the level of comfort, right? Past the comfort zone, so that it'll be forced to adapt. I think it's such a beautiful thing. It's kind of like ancient as well. Like it just, yeah, it kind of like reminds me of like Stone Age thinking, right? Which is like, oh shit, this is how our bodies are designed to work. This is how we used to grow as human beings, was we would exert as much effort as possible, and then our bodies would naturally grow because they want to survive. So that's what I want to tell you, especially if you're in a plateau. Achieve failure. It's incredibly important. This is very mentally hard to do because your mind will be like kind of resistant to it. It'll feel like, oh no, I don't want to go until failure. I just want to do my thing and then put it down. You need to ignore your mind, right? Even get a little bit angry or aggressive at that kind of mental weakness in your head. I know it's incredibly hard to go until failure. It's really difficult to do. You need to do it anyways. You need to kind of like man up and just like fucking do it anyways, because you're going to get better results from that, right? You're not going to get great results from subpar work, okay? If you want to achieve like the top level physiques that the top level fitness influencers of course have, then you need to train like them, right? You need to train at their intensity. This is why most people have average, like okay physiques in the gym. And honestly, like even me still, I'm not trying to be arrogant, like I still got ways to go. It's simply because they're not training hard enough. We can make a lot of excuses or like debate about the style of training or the specific exercises, but like, let's be honest, most of it's intensity. Achieve failure. Train with extreme intensity. Don't let your mind get in the way and tell you reasons as to why it doesn't want to achieve failure. Just achieve failure. The mindset you need to have is, okay, I'm just going to get out of the bar and I'm going to see how many I can do. This is an experiment. I'm experimenting and trying to find out how many reps I can do. And then just push yourself till you really like genuinely can't anymore. Try and force yourself to get reps even after you feel like you've already failed. Like if you can't get a rep up, instead of just putting the weight down, letting it drop, whatever, force your body to push the weight up millimeter by millimeter and get that extra rep. You normally will. You'll normally get an extra rep out and surprise yourself, and that will feel amazing, right? I don't know if failure every single exercise is necessary, but you should have failure at some point in your routine, whatever like day it is. I think it's great that I'm doing failure every single exercise. I haven't felt that way of doing things is overtraining yet. I haven't felt like that's too intense or like kind of hinders my growth or whatever. So I'm just going to keep with it until I feel otherwise. But if for some reason you feel like, okay, I really can't do failure every single set, then just figure out something else. Like maybe make the last set of each exercise your failure set. So you go until absolute failure on the last set of each exercise that you do. Or maybe like a certain exercise for a muscle group within whatever day you're working, right? So it's like push day, you'll have failure, maybe the last chest exercise you do, maybe that's bench press, you'll go until failure all of those sets. And then triceps, perhaps that failure is something like push downs. If you do some exercises and you do tricep push downs, maybe that last one is you go until failure on all of those. Similar thing with shoulders, right? Decide what feels right for you, not what feels the best or the most like comfortable, right? Because we're not chasing comfort here, but what feels right for you, what feels right for your training. You will know when you get it right because, you know, it'll feel bad, but also good at the same time, good for your training, right? You'll feel like you're getting stronger. It's an amazing feeling. That's your actionable step. Add failure somewhere in your routine. It just seems so like kind of weak now when I think about all of the people that are not achieving failure in their workouts. It seems like such a subpar, it's a subpar way to train. It's like, it seems so inferior now that I've tried out failure. And also it seems kind of weak because Like they probably don't have the discipline to do such a thing. They don't have strong enough character to do such a thing or pain tolerance to do such a thing. Don't be like that. Achieve failure. I promise you, your results will literally, they won't like double, they'll like triple. You might get even 10 times the results. Okay? I promise you it's so worth it. You must try this. It costs you nothing. It's super simple to do. All it requires is a little bit of mental discipline. Just do it. The results will be worth it. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any value from this video, there's something you can do which is a win-win for both of us, which is to scroll down and click the subscribe button. I win because I get a new subscriber. You win because anytime I have a new insight, learn something new, or try something new, I can make a video and directly give you value. Bye. Oh, and the top link in the description is my full program. You should click that, read what it's about, and watch the attached video. Bye.